There's a couple of other things that I'm going to show here on the board. This next time, we're going to do this with the Takt Production System. I want to introduce you to Takt Control. It's on the simulation board. This is what's called Takt Control. We will implement some of these as we go, and I do want to highlight them when we actually play using the Takt Production System. So the foreman and the supers, this next round, we're going to have a superintendent. I'll be your superintendent, and I will help direct traffic, but use the wisdom of the trade partner. So foreman and superintendent control, and you'll notice that I put the foreman first. So the foreman and the supers should always, and should is the word I'm going to use, right? I think this is an obligation. Pre-stage their materials, which you're getting better at. Prepare for the next task, which in a takted system you're about to see really works well. Communicate handoffs. What did you all say, right? You want to do better communication. Could you imagine if foremen and superintendents really had that? Improve survey and layout. These are all things because the foreman and the super, they're preparing for their crews. So could we, simulate that by putting tape down and actually marking where these columns go, right? Ro, wouldn't that have made it a little bit easier, right? Instead of having to guess, which I would have had a hard time with, instead of guessing where they are, improve layout, right? What did you say? Finish, like when you're done, move, right? So move completely. Train and prepare workers. We'll talk more about that in this next system, and then talk and walk together in the field. Actually have those conversations. The other thing is we can create stability. In order for us to flow in this simulation, we need to have a clean, safe, organized site. We need to make sure we have a healthy team that's working together. You've mentioned that 2 or 3 times. When we have delays, instead of just letting them go on, which I'm not criticizing, I'm just saying in the Takt system, you'll see the delays. We will manage them as a team and we'll come together. When this next round, we're going to hold to a takt time. So that means I'm going to ask you, what zones do you want? And then on those zones, you, if you're a trade partner, will do that work. And then when the drum beat hits or that takt time hits, you'll move. Then you'll do that work. Then when that drum beat hits, then you'll move in that other area. This is one of the things I want you to pay attention to when we do this next round. When we hold the dates, you really start to flow. And somebody will be like, no, but I'm done. I'm going to go to the next area. No. You stay there and do what? You wait. Check quality, right? What else? Everything's correct. And I can also look at pre-staging materials. So most of the time, and I'm saying where I'm from in the United States, we're like, no, go. I'm just going to go as fast. I'm going to go do as much half-done work as I possibly can so that I can come back and fix it, right? No. What we do in our takt time, we go do our work and we jam out. And when we're done, we're like, okay, is that perfect? Okay, is that good? All right, we're signed off. We're ready. Okay, do I have my materials here? And then that drum beat hits and then go do the next one. That is the genius of the system. This is not a criticism. This is an observation. Did we notice quality defects in the last round? It was because of rushing, right? And if we rush in construction, we're going to spend a whole lot more time reworking it. So holding these start dates, this is key. This is one of our greatest opportunities to teach foremen in our industry. We are going to start a meeting system. So every takt time, we will stop and do a huddle, and we will hold foreman and worker huddles. Until a project really leverages the wisdom of the foreman and the team, they are not going to be as productive as they possibly can. So we're going to demonstrate that as we go. Now, leveling work, I won't cover this too much. This whole section about how to level work, I'm going to show you on an Excel template right now. So I'll come back to this, but I just want you to know this is a strategy, leveling work, to create flow. Everything on this black and white checklist is to create flow, black, gray, and white. When we do our huddles, we will focus quite a bit on roadblock removal. And I do want to say these next 2, if you're going to put gas in your vehicle, that's like all of the other strategies. But if you want to put booster rockets on your vehicle and like really get fast, these are the 2. Like this is rocket number 1, rocket number 2. If you manage roadblocks, which means use your buffers, see deviations real time, use make ready look ahead planning, which we'll do, use roadblock maps and remove roadblocks as a team, you can go fast. And when I say fast, without workers going fast, without hurting people, without doing things that are unsafe, you want to go fast, you remove roadblocks. The other thing is quality. Quality is really not a quality system. It's a safety and a scheduling system. What I mean by that is that if you install a quality product, we don't have to come rework it. We will go fast. So when we have those pauses, meaning that we're using the extra time inside of our takt time to finish, and we don't start the next takt area until that drum beat hits. When we focus on quality, we are going fast and creating flow because we don't have to come back and fix the rework, and we don't descend into chaos. So in our meetings, we will be looking at fixing work as we go, finishing work as we go, creating standard work. I'll ask you, what are your standards for this before you build it? Prefabricate as much as you can. We will do first run studies, which is where we go ahead and let you do it and time it and see how it goes. We'll hold pre-install meetings. We'll make sure that that's triggered on the schedule, and we will build mock-ups. You're like, how am I going to do that? I'll show you. The other thing, and this is a little bit more advanced, but as we do the rest, we will optimize bottlenecks. You will improve your cycle times because you'll get better at it. You will, and I'll show you this as well, be able to reduce your batch sizes, increase your labor productivity, reduce variation, and do things one thing at a time, which is one process flow. So this list, if I had a magic wand, interestingly I have one, if I had a magic wand, I would just wave across construction and say, we're going to change the standard work or the role descriptions for every position in construction and change it out with this. Every foreman, every assistant superintendent should be doing this. This is how we create flow. This is how we do it. And so when we start, just a couple of things that I noticed, we're going to have huddles on a takt time by takt zone, improve our layout, and really start to communicate and work as a team. So every time we do a project, we should have meetings like this at the end of the project. What would we want to do better? The first time you did this was awesome. The second time is going to be even better. And so here in a second, we'll set goals. But again, I want to say good job, round of applause.